Before this video starts, I want to give one announcement. I don't own Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, or Dragon Ball Super. Those all belong to Toriyama. And another thing I'm going to say also, I will be reintroducing some of these transformations. The ones I'm reintroducing is Super Saiyan 4, Super Saiyan Blue, and what's the last one? Oh, yes, Beast. Those are the only ones I'm going to reintroduce, along with Super Saiyan 3. Those are the forms that usually a recent, and with Beast being a recently new one I'm going to reintroduce in my own way, and how I think they'll impact the story. So if you don't like how I'm going to reintroduce them, please send the comments below. Give me some sort of idea, and I'll check it out. All right, thank you. On to the story. Now, where was I? Yes, it was the end. It was that time, yet again. School. He always comes back to school. It's like Koa Academy was a beacon in the supernatural world. Anything that happened was always in Kuo. Literally, recently made us recent her period he just had to save them, and from this guy named Riser. And now, well, it's a new problem. What is it? He's not sure because a certain redhead won't tell him. Flashback. It was early that morning. Gohan would wake up. He still couldn't believe of his apartment. Now a huge mansion that was changed. He still couldn't believe that Ria's changed his apartment. If anyone lived there, who knows? But now it's a huge, 15 room mansion, and he couldn't really believe it. Girls, you'll never understand them. There's once Fidel, as he asked her just to cut her hair short because, well, it was so easier to fight with, and now Rias, but she's been acting strange lately. He really can't understand girls, like literally. He would blink is wondering, how am I going to understand women? Or the problem is, if I ever will. Gohan will proceed to walk to school as finally arriving at school, he would proceed to do his normal classes. Everything seemed alright. It was a normal day. He was eating lunch. Issei was running with his friends, running away from the kendo club as they were to beat the shit out of them. He would only watch us, just smiling. Finally, this thing, everything was pretty normal. Nothing bad, nothing terrible. Everything seemed normal. G would pop in and proceed to say, "Partner, I feel something's about to happen very soon." What do you mean? You just, let's say, an intuition of mine. I always told you that dragons attracted everything, right? Yes. Let's just say things are gonna stir up soon. I have just had call it a gut feeling. Whatever event's about to happen will change your life forever. Deidre, you okay? Because you're acting quite strange. The time is coming close. Prepare, gohan. As Deidre goes to go quiet, gohan will wonder, what, what, what on earth is he talking about? What happened to Deidre? Deidre never talked in riddles. The dragon never really liked riddles, to be honest. Just like things straight. You know, where it's easier to comprehend. Now listening to Deidre's words and really thinking about them, he also felt like something was about to happen big. Like, really, really big. That's gonna evolve him to be, I don't know, a bit more serious in things. And I don't know. Something's off. I might as well just stay tallied. As he decided, well, might as well. As he would proceed to continue eating his lunch. Well, no time at the present to continue doing what he was doing. And once, well, school continued until after school was over, and it was a supernatural things to kick up. That's when he really started feeling it. He really wanted to understand what was going on. He decided to go train for a while. He gave Rias a notice through Issei. Tell her that, well, he will be gone for a while to train. And yes, just like anybody else, he needs to do his own things. So he'll proceed to do that. Proceed to wait. It was his time. As he proceeded to go off the train, as proceeding to find a good place, as proceeding to go crisscross, as closing his eyes, as doing some mental training. This was done many times before. Piccolo, Krillin, even his dad did this a lot. As he'll conjure up an image of somebody. Anybody really. Someone. If it be anybody of anyone. As the image the person will come clear. Vegeta. Gohan will proceed to get into his fighting stance along with Vegeta getting to, and is also, as the two will flare up their power, as the two proceed to clash. As Vegeta throw the first blow, Gohan will block, throwing his own blow. Vegeta will also block, as they'll start to scrap. They were equal. Vegeta was a bit equal in strength. As it seems that really, Gohan was actually doing a bit more than Vegeta. Vegeta was just, well, playing right now. Vegeta proceeded to kick Gohan back away as proceeding to rush him, as Gohan would also soldier him back as proceeded to charge the Masenko. As charging the Masenko, as firing it, Vegeta would go around the attack as proceeding to give Gohan a good right hook, sending him back flying. He'll once again regain his balance as Gohan proceeds to go after Vegeta. The two will continue to fight. The fight was strong, powerful, and caused a lot of shockwaves. Gohan ground pound him to the ground as Vegeta would catch himself before he hit the ground, as it would cause a huge crater once he landed. Vegeta would smile as decided to step it up a bit. As the shining gold light would appear as Vegeta would transform into a Super Saiyan state. Gohan would follow also. The two Super Saiyans would look at each other as proceed to rush towards each other as clash. As the two were continuing to fight, as Vegeta would throw a right as Gohan would proceed to try to catch it, but Vegeta would fake it with a knee to the gut as Gohan would clean over as proceeded to hold his stomach as Vegeta would proceed to kick him up in the air. And proceed to follow with a rush of blows. Once again, setting up good chest punch as proceeding to charge up his final flash. Once he charged it up to his maximum, he proceeded to launch the attack. Gohan will feel the wave of magic coming towards him as well. He will prepare to tank it, but wait, magic as he opened his eyes, pausing as turning towards the feeling of magic. Why is there magic? As Gohan wonder. Proceeding to get up as now he would instantly proceed to put two fingers on his head, locking onto one of the signatures as disappearing from the clearing is reappearing while in the clearing of their house as Gohan will look around seeing pretty much what you would see in the original canon. With Issei fighting a chestnut girl in an exorcist outfit, along with Kiba fighting some brunette in an exorcist outfit, as well as a large sword as the two proceeded the sword fight. Issei proceeded to, try to strip the exorcist, but it didn't work. Not long, Issei was taken down as once Issei would try to get up once again, as he would charge up a Masenko, as he would charge the attack. Gohan would appear right beside him as putting an arm on Issei's shoulder as Issei would look towards Gohan as Gohan could give him a shake his head no. Issei would cancel his attack. Gohan looked towards the fight that was over there as he would see Kiba lose. It was obvious. Kiba's opponent was a lot stronger than him. The words were said, but, he couldn't hear. As the two girls proceeded to leave. Gohan look at Reese and the rest of the period just proceeded to ask, what happened? What's going on? Let's just say we have a church problem. The church? What about the church? Reese would shake her head and say it's fine. Kiba would proceed to leave. Reese would try to call out to him, but he would simply ignore her, leaving. What happened to Kiba? Gohan says, is he mad about losing? Kind of, Reese says. It's more than that. Way more. Gohan would blink as listening to it. It's more than that? Okay. Now he would wonder, what could be more than what's happening? What's going on? He's so confused. Gohan would simply try. We wonder. Time's flashback end. Back to present. You would try to ask Rios what's going on, but she will only give him vague details. Vague. Nothing that would actually tell him what was happening. Like, literally, nothing. If he tried to get, to at least, tell him of something, she would just say no. Or other times, you tried to ask her what's going on. She would yet again just walk away. It was strange. She never really acted like that. Well, she'll tell eventually. Whenever. As well, they will proceed to now train. Try to go back to his training, but his mind was just too fogged up what happened recently. There was nothing to really say, but question. And a question that he wanted to answer. So to now. So he decided to ask Akano. She was not reluctant to say, but she gave him a rundown. Exorcist was in Kuo. They had said they had something to do with Excalibur. What she was, no. What she did know about Excalibur. Which was, interesting. And Kiba wasn't a fan of the Excaliburs. That's what Akano told him, which is interesting. Go on and think, so why wasn't he a fan of the Excaliburs? Really? Why wasn't he? Gohan decided to do his own thing. Yet again. As he will continue to, as days will continue to go on, well, to his own unknown knowledge, he said, and well, Son of Spirits would try to solve what was going on. So they tried, without telling him. It's kind of hard. He would watch this all going down. None of them would want to tell him anything, really. So Gohan decided to, well, okay. They want to be like that. They won't say. If they want to solve the problem on their own. Gohan decided to go training. As he would decide to go to somewhere that's he needs to go. Putting 2 fingers on his head as walking onto his target signature as it's appearing. And reappearing with, well, in front of the man he needed to talk to. As also was going to say, kiddo, you're here. What you need? I need a bit of intel. Gohan will explain what's going on in QoS. As eyes open. So would hum to it. Interesting. Very, very interesting. So that's what's going on. Yeah, you have anything that might help me? Well, I have something. Suzato smile. Come on, let me show you. I need for you to understand what's going on. You need to know Excalibur's full story. Okay. You know about the old tale of Excalibur and King Arthur and Excalibur, right? I know about the old tale of King Arthur. Well, in my world, we know it. It's a pretty common tale. It's one of my favorite tales. My mom read it to me once. All the time, actually. Well, there was one fight that King Arthur had. There was one. In this fight, well, something happened to Excalibur. What happened to it? King Arthur was fighting a very tough opponent. So, King Arthur decided to do something interesting. Drawing upon all of Excalibur's power, where he would precisely do one final swing. He defeated his enemy with his swing, but it came with a consequence. The Excalibur shattered into 12 pieces. 12 pieces. Yes. King Arthur lost the mighty sword, but he gave an order to, each piece of Excalibur to be changed into its own weapon. Its own weapon. Gohan would wonder. As he let him explain. So, as he continued explaining about Excalibur's story until the very end. But what does this have to involve, well, Kiba? Young boy Kiba Yudo. Yes, I think I remember something. There was a project that the church did in the past. So, it was not long ago. If I remember, it was a few years ago. But a project that tried to harness, well, the Excalibur's power and to choose its wielders to put the mighty sword back together. I was correct. Well, there were children in this project, and well, precisely, the children were supposed to be the wielders, but that was not actually the truth. Their project was actually meant to use the children as a power source to defeat Excalibur. And they did this. One boy survived out of the children, as you know him as Kiba Yudo. He barely survived. Barely. But this project was also not, after long, shut down for its dark, gruesome experiment. The leader of the project, a mad doctor that tried doing it in the name of science and the Lord, decided to do something interesting. Try to do this. He wanted to complete his masterpiece, but the church closed it down and shut it down completely. And Kiba was the last out of all of them to survive. That's why he hates the Excaliburs. It's quite sad. It is. So, I heard of your new triumph over Riser Phoenix. Yeah, it's been spreading all over the underworld, you know that? It has? Yes. The demi-human Saiyan triumphs over the high-class devil. Your store is going through the underworld like no one's business. And people are now wondering what a Saiyan is, so if I were you, I'll keep that part of yourself to the down low. Yeah, I think I need to do that. God is simply not understanding where he was coming from. So, I have a question. I obtained, I wouldn't say a new form. I guess this new form. I added my balance breaker to my Super Saiyan form. I thought I was just gonna, add my power. But it did something totally different. I can't really explain it because it was hard to explain, but I think D-Drake and I's powers, instead of just complementing each other, they just merged into one. You know how the balance breakers, D-Drake's balance breakers are red armor, right? Well, when I combined, used Super Saiyan transformation with D-Drake's power, instead it just melded together. The armor was gold and it had the gems were teal. It was an add between, my Saiyan power and D-Drake's draconic aura. It was immense. It was like Super Saiyan 2, but at the same level. I felt like I could take on anyone. I felt like take on Boo himself and easily take him out. Really impressive. And I know that you said that Boo can absorb anybody. And he got pretty powerful. Yeah, he did. They tried using that form, that new form. Go on, sigh. No, I've been trying ever since I can activate my balance breaker and my Super Saiyan form. I tried, melding them together, but no results. No results, huh, kid? Well, that's something. What about your Saiyan transformations? How far are you into it? I'm trying to go. I'm eventually gonna train Super Saiyan 2 eventually soon. I just need to, control it. Understandable, kiddo. You do just that. You can have the facility all to yourself. And maybe we'll see what we can do with this new transformation. What are you gonna call it anyways? I don't know, Gohan says. Can't really know what to call it. I'll figure it out. As Gohan says. Well then, please do. Figure out, or I'll give it a name. As Zato says, alright, knock yourself out, kid. As he proceeded to go off, continuing doing his work. Gohan would nod as proceeding to transform into a Super Saiyan. Alright. First, it's Saiyan training time. And if I'm correct, well, I should be able to pull up my power. I haven't gone to Super Saiyan 2 for a while. No, not ever since, getting my potential unlocked. So, might as well do it. Because, what's the worst that can happen? Let's hope this room can handle it. Gohan proceeded to, power up. As the golden aura spike, as you could see as his power started to build crazy. It was fast, large. As also could feel it as he proceeded to put a barrier on the room, as the barrier could hold up, but not for I don't know how long really. As Gohan continued to power up, as he proceeded to let his power rise at its max in the Super Saiyan transformation. He could feel it. He was at the brink of breaking that barrier. He just needs to push it just a bit more. He will continue to push as he felt now that something was actually blocking him from going to the next stage. What was blocking him? Is there some sort of seal on him? Hey, D-Drag, as Gohan simply asked. As the dragon was saying. I feel like I can't go to my next transformation. D-Drag simply wonders, what's the problem? I'm at the point where I can transform, but there's something blocking me. As D-Drag could proceed to look over Gohan's body as perceived to think there is something blocking you. I think it's a mental block, though. A mental block? Why? Past trauma, DJ Slippy says. Remember the Cell games, as DJ Slippy says. Gohan would widen that. I remember that. What about it? You haven't closured it yet. You're still a bit eerie. But if your father was right, to really put you into the fight. Yeah, I know that. I know that. Of course he was right. You can go by your father's order, but you don't believe in yourself that you are strong enough. Because you almost lost a cell, even though you were a lot stronger than him. Your mind's still scrambled. Right, my mind's still scrambled. I can see. Okay. Gohan proceeds to start powering up as proceeding to close his eyes as now going through the memories. As he would now think. So, he's struggling. What can I do to solve this problem? He would proceed to go through his mind as continuing. There it is. As a memory, it was just reminding himself of the times that he almost died. The Sluggies was actually terrifying. Still, in the end of the day, he didn't know why he won. He knew that he was strong enough, but to be honest, if it weren't for Vegeta and Dad coming in, he probably would have lost. And on its own, no doubt about it. Now I'm thinking about it. What he would have won on his own? He definitely would have lost if... The thing is, his arm was gone, so his power was cut in half. But his dad told him that he had a lot more power within him. Way more. But he just couldn't believe that. No. He couldn't. But was his father right? Did he have a lot of potential? Because when he was fighting Boo, there was no problem there. He just fell out of order. Remember Vegeta's words as those words that Vegeta told him when he starts to slack off and lacking on his training. And when he fights for the same race. And when he messes up, they all look like fools. Those words really did hit him that day. It made him think about his training completely in a whole other way. To be honest, Dobora was Cell's level of power. Where he could have easily taken him out. But yeah, he was struggling. He knew that Vegeta and Dad could do it easily. Slowly, but he was having trouble. But why couldn't he? No. There's no doubt that his power, he was strong. He didn't train. And the lack of training made the world in danger. He's supposed to keep the planet safe. And yet, he almost risked it all. Gohan opened his eyes as now thinking about his training in a whole new way. I slack off too much. But I also need to believe in myself. Okay. No more doubt in myself. I know I have the capabilities of being a lot stronger. There's no doubt about that. But still, I'm not gonna doubt myself ever again. Breathing in, breathing out is relaxing self. Okay. I'm not afraid. I'm confident in myself and my abilities. I know I'm stronger than I seem. I'm a lot stronger. Opening his eyes as proceeding to charge up once more, just one more time. As his power start to build once more, as his energy was skyrocketed than before, larger than before. DJ would be surprised. Gohan broke through his limits once again. Was that mental barrier blocking Gohan's power? So he wasn't even at full power in Super Saiyan 4. Gohan would be surprised at the power that he was releasing. No way. Was I not even at full power? I wasn't even at full power at all. That mental block. Gohan smiled. I understand now. I'm a lot stronger than I seem to be. Let's see if I can take a step further. As he proceeded to continue charging, as golden sparks, golden currents seemed to cackle around him, as the Saiyan transformation would continue to build, as the room would continue to shake, shaking from the large amount of energy. Zazo sippy watch with a smile. There you go, kid. Got that mental block out of you, finally. What happened in the past with that Cell Games game? The Cell Games really traumatized you. Now you're over it. Let's see how far you can really go. Go on, continue to push. He felt it. His true full power in this transformation. Was he ready to break this? Was he ready to go to the second transformation? He didn't have fond memories with it. Well, neither does he have Super Saiyan. But it's his inheritance, his power, his. He appreciated it for what it's worth. It gave him the cunning edge to beat Cell in the end. Who cares? He won. He proceeded to look at Azazel. As Azazel would proceed to nod, giving the okay. Okay. Hope his berry still holds up, because if it doesn't break, I'll be surprised. As he would start to scream, as Gohan's aura start to burst to life more than before, as the electricity would start to appear, as blue electricity started to cackle around Gohan's body, as specifically the whole place of the underworld would fall. This area would start to shake. It'll be felt all over the planet as Gohan's energy started to leak around the world. As it'll be felt. 2 dragons in a certain dimension would feel it. It was massive. Feel the overwhelming power as Gohan continued to let it rip. Also saw that the barrier was about to break, so he proceeded to put some more magic into the barrier as it started to double. As he continued to charge up, his hair started to change. It was start to waver between standing up on edge with thinner strands of hair and proceeding to go back to the large, big golden locks, as it struggled between going between the 2 stages of the transformation. I also could see it. He could see the Gohan's power. It was amazing. It was large. This kid was really that strong. He was that high-class devil the once before, but now, is he a super devil? No, he's still in high class, no matter what. He was high class, all right. That's one thing. Now he's just going to super class devil. As Gohan's hair would proceed to stand up straight on end, as his hair would look a lot more jagged and spikier. As a single bang would proceed to protrude on his face, as he would proceed to continue to charge up, as yet again it would return back to the same state as he was in his same transformation before. It would flicker between those 2 transformations, those 2 looks. He was struggling to keep his power under check. Why couldn't he go to the next step? Oh, come on, let's go on thought. Why can't I break it? Something's holding you back in the room. Something's taking. Something's happening, as DJ says. What? DJ explained that there's something on him that's preventing him from going to the next step. Gohan proceeded to look on his body. He proceeded to look. As he would see a brace. What's this? It was a small brace, thin. Proceeding to grab the braces, proceeding to take it off. His eyes were wide and seeing it. He didn't put that on. He never put that on. So what was it doing there? The two would proceed to look at each other, proceeding to look at the brace as Zazu would pop into the barrier. Gohan would start powering up as Gohan would say, "You put this on me?" "No. I didn't. What is this?" I also look over it. It says, "This is one of my devices." It puts a check on people's power, holding it back. Or sometimes giving the person a boost in power, but someone tampered with it instead. It drains your power. Who could have done this? Gohan asked. "I'm not sure. I'll figure it out. Go back what you're doing earlier, kid." Gohan simply nodded as Agaku would go back to his work. Wondering who put this on Gohan. As Gohan continued to scream as the energy would start to build once more, he was free to let go. As his hair would stand on end, as the gold curtain of electricity would just cackle, Gohan smiled. There it is. As releasing, his hair would stand on end, fully this time. A single bang protruding from his forehead as, in a bright flash, he was fully transformed. He felt it. He was once again at this full power. Smiling at seeing it. Finally. Gohan smiled, seeing that he was in the second stage. Super Saiyan 2. This time it felt different. He wasn't as weaker as he was when he was fighting, when he showed it to the Grand Elder Kai, but he didn't feel weaker. Kibito was still charged by the power before, but it was larger now. A lot larger. Gohan smiled. Well, at least he's not in his next pinnacle level evolution, Super Saiyan 2. Gohan smiled as Dieter would praise his partner for his power level. Gohan, his power is amazing. I have to admit, you were stronger than me when I was a newborn. Thanks, T-Drake. So how strong am I in this? How strong am I, in this system leveling? I have to say, you were once before when you were holding back medium class. Now, probably a medium class devil, but now went to fully powered, you're high class. But I can say you're a super devil in general. No doubt. Maybe just beyond a bit too. Yeah, I can see that. Gohan would smile. As once again the aura burst to life with the golden aura of crackling electricity, it was a lot more wild and untamed. Gohan would throw a punch, as we've seen to throw punches once again, as he would throw more blows and fists. Gohan would smile. Now, this is what he's talking about. As he continued to train with the same transformation, Super Saiyan 2 was amazing. He didn't actually get to train with it that much, really. There was a lot of potential in this transformation, really. It was. It didn't have the massive Super Saiyan drain, nor did it have the stamina problem either. It was all complete. full rounded. The problem is, how's he going to get to the next level? His dad said Super Saiyan 3 was harder to, get. When he did it, it was just bringing it all out. Every ounce of energy. And he just found it. But his dad said there was more to it. It's like, he heard something more. Like something was with him. I wonder what his father was talking about when he told him about the third Saiyan transformation. Confusing though. Still, go on, smile. Well then, let's do this. Gohan continued to throw punches and kicks, proceeding to continue with his training. This was one thing better than anything else. Azago will proceed to smile. There he goes, training once again. Punching a wall as simply Gohan would punch the wall as it was proceed to have spider cracks all over it. Gohan smile as Zazo's pieces. He walk over to Gohan and says, "Hey, kid, there's something happening at Kool." Gohan will blink as hearing, "Huh? What's happening at Kool?" Gohan says. Let's just say Kokobio. What about Kokobio? It's attacking Kool as Zazo simply says. He was after the scalpers the whole time. He was? Gohan blinked as he wondered, "Hey, how long have I been here?" "A couple of days." "Really? I didn't notice." When you're training and having fun, kiddo, time flies. Alright, get going. Your friends need you. Gohan smile. "Yeah." As proceeding to instantly using transmission to teleport away. Back with Kuo and the other Kuo, things were not going well. They're all getting their ass handed to them. Akano turned to his Reese and says, "Maybe we should call your brother, at least, so we can get some backup." "No, we got this," as Reese simply says. "We won't need my brother." "You sure? Because, it'll be really good to have somebody with us." Yeah, as Kiba would pull out his new balance breaker, as he would simply say, "That's no problem, but where's Gohan, Sam?" "I tried contacting him. He's not coming through." Rainer simply asks, "So he's not here?" "We're dying out here, you know that?" Akano was simply says, "Gohan will be here soon." Issei will say, "Don't worry. Bro will be back. I think he has something new to show us." Rip simply smiles. With Gohan, always. Kokobio will simply say, "I'm getting real tired of this. You, virtuous host. You're the only thing that's keeping things interesting. And that's mildly putting it." As simply as he would say, "I'm getting really irritated." "Well, I'm sorry. Just gonna have to hold on a bit longer till Gohan arrives. The boy, he's strong, but you are more impressive than him." Yeah. As he says, once Gohan appears to kick her ass. We'll see about that. As within a flash, Gohan was there. But they all looked at Gohan. He looked different. Gohan simply look as turned to everyone. "Sorry I'm late." He says, "Whoa, bro. I like the look. Pretty badass." Gohan smiled. "Thanks." Akano simply licked her lips. That looks pretty good, I have to admit. I should look him over. The way Gohan was way more muscular in this transformation. He looked good in Super Saiyan, that she couldn't deny. But with Super Saiyan, it was like twice much more. This feeling of going down her back yet again, it was twice as strong. Ria's blushed at the look that Gohan had. His look was new. That cackling that you see around his body, his hair just being, well, spikier. It gave him a more wretched look, more primal. But it still looked like Gohan no matter what. Gohan, is that you? Rhea simply asked. Yep, it's me, Gohan smiled. Don't worry, I got this. Gohan gave Kokobi a serious look as his face would be stone in motion, almost emotionless. You heard my friend, as he simply says. Kokobi will simply look and start to laugh. Well, I knew your power was more than this, son Gohan. I've seen your Super Saiyan transformation. It's impressive, but I didn't know you had a second level. Oh, there's another level, or a couple more that I don't know about, but still, Gohan says. I have to admit, you must know a lot about my power, but you see nothing yet. Have I? Well then, show me. Will do, as Gohan disappeared. Reappearing in front of Kokobeel, behind him with a punch already. Kokobeel will try to block the attack, but simply breaking through his guard. As to be sent flying back. Kokobeel proceeded to pull out his wings. This is impossible. How is this boy so strong? As a smile comes to Kokobeel's face. This is what I've been looking for so long. This power. I have to admit, this boy is stronger than he seems. Yes, Kokobeel simply say. This is what I've been looking for so long. Son Gohan, there's no need for a war now. As Kokobeel simply says, I think I found just what I was looking for all these years. You will bring me entertainment, son Gohan. Show me more of this magnificent power that you are. With the Saiyans. Gohan smiled, saying, well then, here it comes. As Gohan flies towards Kokobeel, as proceeding to fly. Kokobeel proceeded to throw light spears as he proceeded to throw them. Gohan was simply stop one of them away, another, and catch one of them and simply shatter them as he was simply crush it with his bare strength. Kokobeel would smile like wonder as how he was so strong, but simply smiled. This is getting more entertaining as it would go on. As Kokobeel proceeded to fly towards Gohan as they would clash in the air, such a shockwave sending everyone back. As they would continue to fight, everyone watched the fight. Gohan was, well, beating Kokobeel. Like, literally. Gohan was serious. He wasn't toying around with Kokobeel like he was doing with Cell. He was serious for once. Gohan disappeared and reappeared right behind Kokobeel. The ki blast at his back. As he was sending the ki, as releasing the energy, the ki blast would proceed to blow Kokobeel back as Kokobeel crashed to the ground. Well then, as Kokobeel simply says, as he proceeded to pull out another light spear, says, to admit, son Gohan, you're impressive with your power. But what were that new transformation state with the Red Dragon's power? I can't act to that one yet. If I do it, it's only going to be a balance breaker. Not that stage. But there is a new move I want to work on, and you're gonna help me with that. Gohan proceeded to go into a stance. Alright then, come here. As he proceeded to rush towards Kokobyo at blinding speeds. Fast as Kokobyo wondered, as he proceeded to be kicked up in the air. As within a blur, he would see multiple images of Gohan kicking him further into the air. As one, he would feel a kick within his head, as sending him flying further into the air. Gohan would follow with a fist as charge up his ki. Dragon Flight as proceeding to use the attack as the attack would proceed to make contact with Kokobyo, sending him flying further as to impact the barriers. Kokobyo will simply smile. More. I need more. Gohan simply looked at him. The look on his face was now kind of freaking him out. He was like Vegeta and Dad, but 10 times worse. Okay. As he proceeded to clench his fist as rushing towards Kokobyo, as simply, here it comes, as Gohan simply say. I proceeded to throw his fist forward. Dragon Fist! As something was surprising as a golden dragon would appear out of Gohan's aura as the golden dragon would rush towards Kokobyo. Kokobyo's eyes would widen. Is this the power of the Saiyans? The Saiyan race? Kokobyo would smile. Well then, I have to say, I'm pleased. Well done, Son Gohan. As Kokobyo would take the attack brunt, as with an explosion of light, the barrier would break. As in a shimmer of as sparkling gold dust would appear. Gohan would smile, seeing that he was down. Kokobyo was gone. But to his shock, Kokobyo was still alive. How the hell? As God wondered. Kokobyo simply smiled. His clothes was all torn up, ripped apart. Kokobyo smiled. Son Gohan, I should now show you my ultimate attack. As he started to charge up light energy, but before he knew it, all the energy he was gathering was so divided. What the hell? As a voice was supposed to say, divide. Kokobyo turned around. What the hell? What are you doing here? As proceeded to be slapped down, proceeded to be knocked out with one blow. Kokobyo was simply falling unconscious as proceeding to fall. Gohan was simply look as see the figure carry Kokobyo as now simply saying, you did well, as the voice was simply saying, we'll be off. The voice was very feminine, as Gohan, who are you? Don't worry, Red One, we'll meet again soon. Are you going to ignore me, White One? As Drake would appear upon Gohan's arm. As the wings would proceed to glow upon the white figure's armor, simply it says, Red One, I have to admit your host is strong. I guess it was true about the Legend of the Saiyans. Yes. We'll defeat you very soon, White One. We'll see, Red One. As the white figure disappeared in the shine of light, vanishing. Drake, was that the... Yes, the vanishing dragon, Drake simply says. Well then, Gohan thought. That's interesting. He proceeded to lower himself down as he was looking towards everyone else. So, we're cool? They all smile, saying, yeah. Chestnut Girl walk over saying, is this a normal thing for you, or you don't look like, you don't feel seems, well, normal. Gohan smiled and said, well, this is my bloodline, actually. I guess you could say my bloodline. It's actually natural to my race. Pretty natural at that, which I can say is actually a common thing. Huh. Go on, blink. Hey, who are you, anyways? She was simply smiling, saying, my name's Irina. Irina Shiju, simply like that. Along as Zenobia introducing herself as well. Gohan smiled at Jill, saying, well then, welcome to the team, as Gohan smiled. He says, so, bro, as Issei says, you gonna teach me that dragon fist? Or that dragon flight? Gohan simply scratch his chin. Scratch his chin. Or rub it. Not yet. But I will teach you another move. You want to learn my master technique? Your master technique? His prize technique, actually. And what's that? Well, let me give you an example. Gohan proceeded to put 2 fingers on his head as proceeded to charge the energy attack. As once he charged fully, he proceeded to say, Special Beam Cannon! As the energy wave proceeded to come out between his fingers, as to pierce through the trees, simply as it would proceed to grow and as the energy attack would dissipate. Gohan would proceed to throw his arm back as smiling. Like that? Issa would smile. Yeah. I like that. Really? Yeah, I'll teach you that. And the Kamehameha. Your family's prize technique? You'll actually teach me it? You earned it. For keeping the rest of our friends safe? Yeah, you earned it. Gohan smiled as he returned back to his normal state. And also, what is that second state? It looks like Super Saiyan, but spikier, as Issei says, making a gesture with his hands on with his hair. Oh, like that? That is Super Saiyan 2. It's Super Saiyan, I said, the path to Super Saiyan. The next evolution of Super Saiyan, basically. We call it Super Saiyan 2. It's easier. A Super Saiyan instead of past a Super Saiyan, we just call it Super Saiyan 2. You know, it's really hard to explain these same transformation names. So Super Saiyan 2 is this then. Yeah, it's a mouthful. Like really. Like I have this one other transformation, but I haven't unlocked it. I've been thinking of calling it Super Saiyan God. But it's hard to explain. You know? Oh. What does that form look like? To be honest, I have no idea. I haven't tapped into it yet. I only did it once. And that was for a brief second. It was brief. Just brief enough. Gohan smiled as he proceeded to smile at Issei. Okay then. Gohan proceeded to slap him on the back, saying, okay, let's go. As they would all proceed to go on their own, proceed to do their own thing. Well, that was fun. Not long, it felt like things were back at peace. Zenobia joined a peerage that because of, well, the new information, God's dead, that Issei just learned about. And Irina is now an angel. In which she was very fond of, well, Gohan. And Zenobia weren't his kids for some odd reason, but, you know, that's not strange at all. Gohan stretched his head as if wondering, okay, so what's now coming up? Parent-teacher conferences? Oh, come on, Gohan to wonder. Parent-teacher conferences? What the hell? Gohan sweat. he hasn't been slacking on his grades. No, 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 no. So the problem is, he doesn't have a parent. Well, he has a parent. Says his mother is across another dimension. Really, you can't really ask her to do that. If, well, he does have one B. One B. It's not that bad. It's a B minus. Okay, maybe it's not a good idea. Within another dimension, the Dragon Ball Z universe, a very woman would have a very urge to slap her son for some odd reason. She didn't know why. All this destroyer god business going on. She felt like her Gohan was not doing something with his life. She felt like he was slacking off on his studying. She didn't ask Goku to go find her son still. He was still missing. Even though Goku's this now Super Saiyan God thingy. It was just irritating. She can't really, threat because, well, they're still looking for Gohan. She's beside hoping that she'll get her son back eventually. Back with Gohan. Gohan would pale and say, maybe I should actually do a bit more studying. As proceeding to walk, as walking back and forth. Okay, it's not that problem. Not a big deal. Not at all. I just need to not panic at all. As similarly turning, as opening the door, saying, okay. Parents teacher conference today. It's not that bad. Nothing too terrible. As Gohan would make his way towards Kuo, he would follow, saying, so, yo, bro, as he simply says, hey, Issei, you ready for the parent conferencing? Yeah, I guess, Gohan says. It's not that I'm terrified or anything. What about your parents? Yeah, they'll be there. How's Asia doing? Well, fair. She's good. She's officially part of the family. That's good, Gohan says to see a smile. They finally arrived at Kuo, but there was someone there on the bridge. Gohan would blink at seeing them. Who the hell is that? He says. I still see a girl just leaning on the bridge. She'll simply look at them as Sonovia would meet along with Kiba, but as an arena, they would simply look as Issei would simply say, who the hell are you? She would simply say, me? Well, really, I'm not a nobody right now, as she would simply say. She had, well, silverish white hair going down to her back. Issei was trying to pay attention to her eyes, but, well, his eyes were going down towards her D cups, or more likely borderline, going to another cup size. Gohan was simply stopping over the head, saying, come on, have some decency, Gohan says. I can't help myself. Her gray eyes will simply look over them and saying, I'm impressed. You're decent. It's good to see you again, Red One. As she simply looked at Gohan. Gohan's eyes are wide and saying, you're the White Dragon Emperor. Keen mind. Interesting. You look different from your bloodline transformation state. Yeah, thank you, as Gohan says. Well then, as she says, as her wings would appear on her back, we'll see each other very soon, son Gohan, as she'll fly off. That's, something, he says. I don't know about her. Don't worry, as Gohan says, we'll be fine. As I proceed to walk in, as Zenobia simply asked the next obvious thing of, children. Gohan simply put her to the side, saying he doesn't want kids right now. As he would sweat. As long as he's still in school, he can't have kids. So his mother will haunt him in his dreams if he somehow impregnated a girl. And that's not something he wants to deal. Forget that. Nah. Gone, as they would all arrive as heading into their classes. They'll all be in classes as well. Things as parents would come in as well. See. In their sculpting class, Issei would proceed to sculpt an image, of Rias, but really. Gohan would just be like, how the hell did he do that? The heroes would simply laugh as Gohan would wonder, what should he sculpt? Gohan was trying to sculpt to try to shaping his clay in something at least. Sculpting away. Rias and her family would proceed to watching as Gohan sculpt something, but what could he sculpt? His father? Piccolo? Dende? Maybe one of his opponents. As he continued to wonder what he'll sculpt, as simply looking down at his sculpture to see what he would do with it. Stopping as looking at it. Shinron, as he looked to see it, the dragon in his hands. Now looking at it, it did look like Shinron. Well, Gohan proceeded to now feel homesick, slightly. Man, I miss my home. Even seeing the dragon once would actually be pretty cool. And he would feel a hand upon the shoulders as he would see Azazel. Azazel, as Gohan would say. Hey, kid, how's it going? As Azazel simply says. As Mrs. Hyodo simply says, Gohan, is that your father? As she would simply say, no, Azazel simply says, I'm his uncle. Yeah, Gohan smiled. He's my uncle, Gohan says. Well, Issei would simply look at Gohan's sculptor saying, whoa. So that's the dragon, right? Mm-hmm. That's Gohan simply nod. That's what he looks like? I have to admit, he looks better than G-Drake from the image I've seen. G-Drake simply scoffed. Him better than me? He looks cool, I guess. But he's a wish granting dragon, not a warrior dragon like me, as G-Drake would simply say. I don't think G-Drake liked what you said about him. But it's true. Look at him. He's cooler. And he grants wishes too, right? Yeah. He's supposed to ask, have you ever asked for, a whole bunch of women? Well, we never really did that before with Dragon Balls. Ever. Well, Master Roshi was planning to do that with the Dragon Balls one time, but really, Bulma just gave him a car woman. He did say Bulma was really filthy rich. Yeah. There was no need for using Dragon Balls for that, but it's fine. Gohan will look down and simply ask, so, did I do well? As Gohan looked at the teachers said, you did very well, Gohan. I have to admit, I like to shoot with the dragon too. It's very impressive. The dragon will be decently sized, almost as big as a, small dog. As they would pretty much proceed to, everyone be doing their own. Let's get to, the house. Gohan would be at his house as simply everyone proceed. Issei would, as Rias, his brother, would proceed to introduce himself. Gohan would blink, so you're a Siscon? As Cersei would still say, I'm not a Siscon. No. Don't believe him. He's a Siscon, as Rias simply says. A major one at that. Rias, please, brother. I'd rather not. You're a major Siscon. I wouldn't say Siscon. I'm just protective. Protective is saying a long way of saying that. Go on, Chuckle. Yeah, sure it's not that bad. I have a little brother of my own. You do? Yeah. Goten. I couldn't remember if the time's still the same. He was 7. 7, and I was, 16. They would proceed not as. Go on, tell him his adventures from his home dimension. He met a dragon named Icarus, too. You had a dragon as a pet, he says? Not a pet, but not a pet, but maybe a partnership. More a coincidence, you know? I still say pet, he says. But really, that sounds awesome. Simply Dietrich's, as we say, a dragon as a pet. Don't feel that bad, Dietrich. You're not a pet to me. You're my partner. Better be. Asked Dietrich to both vanish. I think he's still mad about the thing, about my words about Shinnok being better than him. Yeah, he's still mad, Gohan simply says, but I'm sure he's fine. As they'll all head out to bed, as Suto simply asked Rias if, he could spend the night with Gohan, as Rias was reluctant to do so, because that would take away her pillow, her muscular pillow. But she'll nod. That, as Suzuka says, Gohan be laying on the forest, giving Suzuka the bed, as Suzuka would simply ask, so, Gohan, what do you think about my little sister, as Suzuka would simply say? Rias, she's nice, talented. Gohan blush, white blush in his face, beautiful, smart. She's, there's a lot of other things I could say, but I'd rather not. Will you make a promise to me, as Suzu would simply say? What's up? As, will you protect Rias with your life? Gohan simply smiled, saying, no question about that. Of course I will. She's my friend. I protect all my friends with my life. Suzu smiled, saying, well, that's good. What do you think of marrying her? Marrying her? I don't know about that. It's kind of, I don't know what to really say. Off-putting? Suzu smiled, saying, it's fine. You might call it off-putting. I might say it's the next step. Yeah. Gohan says, the next step. Gohan would blink. Well, if that's what it's going to be, then okay. He did have feelings for Rias, there's no doubt, and for the others. Simply they would proceed to go to bed after they continued to talk. The next day, as simply they would proceed to go with the meeting. The meeting was, went as normal, which Michael gave the dragon slaying sword, which I have forgotten its name. I really had to remember these names. What was it called? It's not actually Randall. Man, I gotta remember that name. Gohan to be smiling, saying, yeah. But he instead decided to give it to Issei as well. He was never really good with swords. That's more of Trunks' line, but Trunks is not here, so he gave it to Issei. Issei would proceed to smile at Gohan, giving him a thumbs up as well. As so, will this peace treaty be going? Will we actually agree on this peace treaty? Yes. As Michael say. Azazel said, well then, this Petrie is pretty much done and over. We can get on to the next thing. And what's that? Astrid simply says, there's a new rogue group. They told them to call themselves the Chaos Brigade. I don't really have that much information about them, but one thing I do know is they're out and about collecting sacred gear users. For what? I'm not sure. Simply as if, because you look at, also simply look at his adopted daughter. She'll simply continue to sing to the counter corner as, well, there's nothing too bad. As the next thing was had to happen with I guess a blur. Not long they were suspected of a traitor in their amongst their group, and the traitor was Azazel's adopted daughter, Vali. Valiana would simply say that she just wanted to fight people. Gohan found that interesting that she wanted to betray a man that she called father for fighting. Well, she wouldn't want to hurt him. It's one thing. You can feel it in her energy. She had no hatred for, the factions here, but she probably just was telling the truth. She just wants to fight people. As well, they proceeded to, go down and start their fight. The old Satan leaders from the past would proceed to come in and try to take back their old roles. We'll go on proceeding to, fight with Valley. So, Red One, you're not going to don your balance breaker? As she will still be her own, as Gohan will simply say, nah. Gohan would smile. I've been progressing on something else. Ask you to power up to Super Saiyan 2 immediately. Gohan would smile. Let's dance, as he'll simply say. She would smile at that under her mask. Well then, let's dance, shall we? As they rush towards each other, colliding with her, as they're supposed to throw blows. She wasn't a brawler, but her attacks were damaging. She was surprised, and when she did divide his energy at times, those Ki blasts, he did absorb them. But she tried to divide his energy, but his pool of power was just way too large to divide. And every time he divided, he just powered back up. Gohan proceeded to axe kick her down to the ground. Her helmet shattered, but simply it would reform around her head. She proceeded to send a large conjure of magic towards him. Gohan charging a Kamehameha. The two would clash for a brief second as the two attacks would explode. You're not going further beyond than you should be, as she simply says. Do I need to kill some of your family and friends? Gohan would blink as hearing this. Why? Why would you need to kill them? For what? You're not pulling out every stop that you have. I feel it, I know it, you're holding back. Gohan, I wonder. I'm not holding back, I'm going full power. She's as strong as I could be in Super Saiyan 2. And he was actually at the strongest, for real. No mental blocks. You're holding back. See, as whoa. If you won't hold back, then I'll just kill Rias and the others. Gohan got to right in hearing this. You wouldn't, as he says in a very serious voice. You really want to try me? As she simply says. Gohan's eyes were narrow. She was being serious about this. She was actually going to kill his friends. I don't think he can ever go further. I'm not sure he could. Well then, it will be done. She simply prepared a magic conjure of magic as Gohan says, no you won't. as Gohan's aura flared to life, as the golden aura to spike as it would start to cackle as Gohan's energy would start to rise once again. She would turn towards the boy as wondering what was he doing, as Gohan would cry out, as Persina cry out, as his energy started to grow, his powers started to skyrocket as the planet would start to shake from, well, just the raw power that's coming off of him in waves. Michael will be surprised saying, this boy is something else. Shirko smiles and say, here it comes. As I always say, this is just a brink. It's the two transformations of the Saiyans. He has a special one that releases his full potential. He hasn't found that one yet. Again, he lost it. For a power even further than that, a power of a god, a Saiyan god. But Valiana will get to fight for life. Gohan will continue to charge his energy as proceeding as his hair will start to become way more spikier. As his hair starts to grow out, she wondered what's happening to him. Why is his features starting to change? Gohan's body started to bulk up. Reed's wonder was happy to Gohan. Issei would smile, saying, all right. He's getting stronger. Show her, and kick her ass. Show them why the Saiyans are so badass. As Gohan will continue to scream as more energy to pull out as released. All right. Looking up towards the moon, as Gohan would see the moon, all with glory. There it is. As his heartbeat started to race, as it would continue to beat, he can feel it. He was changing into an Ozaru. No. Not now. Not yet. His hair continued to grow out as gotta control it, put it into a form above and beyond. As his hair started to grow and grow, his features also start to change. As in a bright shine of light, Gohan's whole figure changed as, well, they'll all proceed to look, wondering what happened to the boy. Where did he go? Is he dead? As Issei will be wonder. He's not dead, Issei says. He's here somewhere. As they would see someone behind Valerie. He was behind her. As a blow would come to her, as her armor would shatter immediately, sending her flying down, crashing to the ground below. This power, she would wonder, what was this? He wasn't this strong, was he? The boy, he wasn't this powerful. She'd wonder how strong this boy was actually. Why? As within, after it all cleared out, finally, he would show. Gohan's hair was just elongated. The golden locks were just extending more. It seemed like it was never ending until it reached the last of a large pointed spike as his tail would waver, wild and free. Gohan had no eyebrows, and with a look that says total seriousness. Gohan would smile like looking at himself. This is Super Saiyan 3. His voice was a lot deeper. He clenched his fist as simply Valerie would look as blink. Akano simply fainted seeing Gohan. She couldn't handle this. It was too much. Rhea simply turned her head. Too hot. Issei was just, this is awesome. That's right, bro. Show them who you are, man. Kick her ass. Valerie blushes, proceeding to shake her head. No. This is a fight. can't submit, want to. Her devil nature was telling her just to submit and breed with the teenager right in front of her, but she can't do that right now. No. Maybe another time with the boy, but not now. Gossip looked at her. She says, "Thanks for that. I needed that." "All right then. You want my all? Here's my all." As she proceeded to put on her balance breaker once more. "Well, then I'll show you my all as well." As she proceeded to cry out and sing, "I who shall awaken." And blah blah blah, the heavenly dragon, blah blah blah, blah 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 blah. I don't know the chant. And very much I don't want to say the chant. It takes too goddamn long. As she transformed into her juggernaut drive, DJ will simply smile, seeing this. "Gohan, don't hold back," DJ told his partner. Gohan smiled with a sane smile upon his face. "You know me. I won't." Gohan would proceed to rush towards her as they would proceed to clash once again. The more they clashed, the more they found it. She felt more alive. Fighting him felt great. It felt exhilarating. It felt calm. Every time he made a direct contact, her arm would shatter, but it would slowly repiece her back as her large dragon statue would proceed to try to crush him with her jaws. Gohan was just too fast. Gohan wondered why his energy wasn't draining as fast. It was like Super Saiyan 2, but a bigger power multiplier. But yet, he found it hard to maintain. But it wasn't as hard as his dad said. Like, it was just like draining like every moment, every second. He can actually feel his power growing. Gohan proceeded to disappear once again when she started throwing her tail. Gohan reappeared behind her with a Kamehameha prepared. Kamehameha! Ha! As the blue wave of energy proceeded to come down at her. She tried to divide, but Gohan just poured more energy into the attack. She was overwhelmed and consumed her whole. A large explosion happened, showing they all looked to see if she was, well, dead. She was still alive. Some parts of her armor was cracked, some were just gone. As it remelt itself, as she used to smile, as under your armor, say, "I'm having too much fun right now. Come on, hit me again with that attack." Gohan would blink. Holy shit. She's like my father completely. A battle maniac. Or Vegeta. Or maybe both of them. She just loves fighting, doesn't she? As the two were getting ready to send their launch themselves forward, someone else would appear beside Valerie as simply say, "Whoa, it's enough," as of man would appear. "Son Wu, what are you doing here?" "Oh, I'm just here." "So this is Son Gohan, huh? I have to admit, you're strong. So you're the son of Son Goku." "How do you know that?" Gohan says. "Let's just see I can talk to the other dimensions." "Your father says hi. He could feel your energy through here." "My dad?" Gohan wondered. Valiant's armor would simply disappear as she returned back to her normal state. "Well then, Son Gohan, we'll meet again," as she simply says. "Great fight," as they would just vanish. Gohan would wonder what the hell was going on. His father. What? Simply as, well, okay. How strong was he now? Who knows? Gohan proceeded to walk back towards the others. "So," as Gohan says, "what do we do now?" This is when So I was awesome to say, well, kid, you reached the third part of your power. All you got is a potential awakening thing. I'll go for that last. As Gohan says. Out of the rest. Really, huh? Yeah, Gohan says. But, as Gohan says, I feel there's more I can achieve. More, as also says. So, this is all saying roots of your power. You're at your max. Gohan shakes his head no. There's another one. I can feel it. I can feel it. For a moment when I was transforming, I felt I wanted to go to an Azaru for some odd reason. I just had a dire desire to go into that, transform into a great ape, but I held it back. It felt purposeful. As Gohan to return back to base, as he says, now focus on the fourth transformation, and focus on my special one. But how do I do that? As you continue wondering, well, this has got a lot more interesting. As simply before everything was over, but a tear through space would open as they would all turn to see sun dropping down, as it was familiar to Gohan, but the others it was not. What the hell? How? As the figure would appear, would proceed. As they would say, so this is this place. Interesting. Why is it a little monkey son Gohan? Frieza, what are you doing here? It's a shame. I felt your power for a second, monkey. I have to admit, you seem different. As Frieza would simply say. Interesting. You're strong, monkey. Who is this, as Frieza would simply say? Gohan possess Frieza. Whatever you do, don't get in the way. He's an actual threat to take out the whole planet. And you should be right, little boy, little girl. I can't take out the whole planet. As Frieza was supposed to be in his final form, as Frieza would clench his fist. Whatever you're doing here, Frieza, if you cause problems here, I will stop you. Will you now? We'll see, monkey. Gohan some scout is hearing the name. I'm a Saiyan. Nothing to care. Asked Frieza to slowly turn. But excuse me, son Gohan. There's more than just me in this dimension. I must recollect my Frieza army. Recombine the Frieza force. I'll do it for you eventually. I was thinking about your blasted father in this new form that he called Super Saiyan. Super Saiyan God. Super Saiyan God, I heard of that. How do you know Super Saiyan God? You know it. Frieza simply says. And so state above that he called Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan. What the hell, Gohan boy wondered. But for complications, I will not tell you. You cannot stop me at the power limit you are now. As Frieza simply fly out the country is simply leaving. Leaving and flying to space. Where is he going? As Frieza simply says, he's leaving the planet for now. Great, I gotta fight him now. What's wrong with him? What's wrong? As Frieza simply says, Frieza's an actual threat. He can end everyone. And he won't give a damn whoever gets in his way. Supernatural, humans, He doesn't care. I gotta train harder than before. Way harder.